What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about one of the most anticipated fights within Kengan right now, which is Edward Wu versus Raian Kure. Now this fight has pretty much been built up since chapter 95 of Kengan and Mega, where we saw Raian Kure rip Alan Wu in half with zero difficulty. Like, this guy ripped him in half like he was opening up a bag of chips. Like, it was so easy for him. And now we have a build up to a match that could possibly be one of the best matches within Kengan ever. And here are my predictions and ideas on what will go on in this fight. And as always, if you guys are new to this channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and help your boy get to 10k subscribers by the end of the year. I also have a Discord and we have a lot of Kengan discussions over there, so if you guys would like to join the Discord, I'll leave a link to it in the description section. Also, give me a follow on both Twitter and Instagram. Let's firstly look at Raian Kure. Now, Raian Kure was added into the tournament after Kazuyo Yamashita saw his potential capabilities within this match. Now, he initially said that he felt if he had Raian on the team, it would easily get him a victory. But obviously this wasn't the case, as even though he did kill his opponent, but by purgatory rules, it counts as a disqualification. So Raian didn't get the dub that Yamashita had proposed. Now, the backstory between Raian and Edward goes back in the past, where Edward betrayed the Kure clan personally, and to which Raian holds a grudge to Edward for betraying the Kure clan. Now, Edward is the head of the Westwood Wu faction, and Raian knows that he is personally responsible for killing some of the members of the Kure clan. Now, within the match, as we saw with him and Alan, as soon as he saw Edward, his personality completely changed. Like, he was kind of cool and composed at first, like talking a little bit of smack to Alan, but all of a sudden we see that Raian's eyes go, I think he saw tunnel vision, and he saw both Jiaji and Edward Wu standing there, and he just flipped. Like, we have not seen Raian flip like that before. So his level of anger, it's absolutely admonishing. Like, this guy is going to be relentless when he goes up against Edward, and I just can't wait to see what he will do. Now let's talk about Edward. We know that Edward is the head of the Westwood Wu faction. Now, that's a lot of W's, so that must be some kind of foreshadowing there. Only kidding, guys. But Edward is probably one of the strongest characters in Kengan right now, as the way that he's being built up, we have some kind of sense, like when powerful characters are built up within Kengan, sometimes they have this admonishing kind of inability to reconcile with other characters, and Edward has something like that. As we see with his meeting with Idemitsu, he's very, very admonishing, and he stands like a monolith against anyone. And I mean, take for example with his meeting with Jiaji, he absolutely does not give a fuck about Jiaji. He literally sees Jiaji as a rat, and the only reason that he's letting Jiaji be with him is that he has some kind of deal going on with the head of the worm. Now, I reckon that Edward is going to maintain his relationship with the worm. Whatever it is, I reckon that we will see some kind of team up of the Westwood Wu faction and the worm during this tournament. Now, my ideas on how this fight will go down is that I believe Edward will absolutely demolish Raian. Now, the reason for this is that Edward is not the head of the Wu faction for no reason. I reckon that he has some serious power, and the fact that Tiger Nico had some kind of relationship with him, and he taught Tiger Nico how to get the Guihan, or some people call it removal technique, and there's a reason why Tiger Nico will go to Edward personally to learn this. Now, I reckon that Edward is incredibly powerful, and he will have more class and more durability to what Raian has. And I think that Raian will get off some pretty powerful hits, but I reckon that Edward will end up getting the W, and he will pretty much demolish Raian. Another reason on why I believe Edward will demolish Raian is that I think Edward can break the limits of what removal is. Now, we know that removal can go up to 100%. I think that Edward has probably already broken this limit, and he probably can go over 100%, maybe somewhere around 120 or even 150, and he probably will have better control over his removal than Raian does. And for this reason, I believe that Edward will absolutely outclass Raian when they fight. Now, for this fight to happen, there are actually quite a few issues that will probably be in place for these guys not to fight. The first issue is the fact that Nogi has specifically stated that if Raian touches Edward in any way, the Kure faction will be seen as an enemy by the Kengan Association. Now, this is a pretty huge thing. Nobody wants to see the Kengan Association turn on the Kure faction due to Raian's action. So, most probably, Nogi has something in place to stop Raian from targeting Edward. And finally, this theory isn't talked about as much within the Kengan fandom right now, but there's a reason why Idemitsu has got Mateba involved to do some sort of job, and I think he is going to be some kind of peacekeeper or a gatekeeper, and I think he will try stop the beef between both Raian and Edward. And by him kind of stopping the beef, we might see him go up against either Edward or Raian to stop a fight. And if we see Mateba versus either Raian or Edward, I'll still be pretty entertained, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to what Mateba has in store and what his mission actually is. So this is my idea on why Idemitsu has personally contracted Mateba for some sort of job, and that job is to be some sort of peacekeeper. And as always, guys, thank you for watching.